All right, this is welcome to Pen on Pen. We're getting to the point where we're getting really good at this, don't you think? I mean, these videos are pretty cool. Yeah. All right, so we want to do, this is what we want to do. I need a producer who's going to make sure that that's on there. Is that on there?
Yes.
You can see this? Okay. Directed numbers. And we're going to do multiplication and division. Okay, now, directed numbers actually are fairly simple when it comes to multiplication and division. It's not bad. Use the rules for multiplication and division. Same thing as with natural numbers or counting numbers, whatever you want to say. It says low battery. Okay, so I need to fix that. Okay, so let's see. While I'm waiting, Kobe, go in the back and get my black bag. Right against the wall. It's on that table. Bring my black bag. So, guys, you use the same rules. I don't have to teach you how to multiply. What's 2 times 3? 6. There was a little bit of hesitation there. I'm a little frightened. Okay, so just bring my bag. Yeah, bring my bag. I don't need a book. I don't need a kitchen sink. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. All right. So, where is it? Do I have it? Do I have one? Yes, I have one. So you use the same rules as you do with multiplication and division. That's not a question. It's not a question. Same rules. Directed numbers. What is another name for a directed number? Starts with an I. That's right, integer. Integers are directed numbers. Okay. Let's see if this works now. Low battery. Dismiss. It's going to shake a little bit. And we have. I think we have it. I think we're cool. Okay. So that should be working. Now, I don't know how long that battery will last, but anyway. So the rules are the same. 2 times 3. For instance, if I said to you 1/4 times 1/4, you would say 1 times 1
equal 1
over 4 times 4, right? You can multiply the numerators and the denominators. Okay, and that's going to equal 1 over 16, etc. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so you can also say 1/4 divided by 1/4, and then you would multiply by the what? 1/4 divided by 1/4 equals what?
4.
No. Yes, equals that. But what's the rule? The rule is
1/4.
you multiply by
4 over 1.
the reciprocal. But understand that. Understand this. Understand this. I'm the teacher. You are the student. So, what is required of you is for you to convince me that you know what you're doing. And in order to convince me that you know what you're doing, you have to give me some steps. You can't just say 4 over 4. Because I'll say, well, he got lucky. I don't know what you did. So maybe, did you ever get, like on a multiple choice test, you get a higher score than you thought you got them all wrong, and on some of them you guessed, and you guessed right? So some of the problems you got it right, but for the wrong reasons. You get it? So when I'm asking you a question in class, I need a more complete explanation. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I want a fast explanation. But in this case, I want a more thorough one. So the question is this. When you're dividing fractions, or when fractions are involved, okay, or any numbers involved, what you do is, when you divide, you multiply by the reciprocal. The same thing is true with whole numbers, whole number integers. 4 divided by 6. And how would you rewrite that? 4 times, what's the reciprocal of 6? What is the reciprocal of 6? Guys, every whole number has what Every whole number has what as the denominator?
1.
That's right. So 6 is really 6 over 1, correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
That's very important. I'm not sure I want to go into why that's important, but I will. The rule says this, and we went over this rule. 6 is a real number. 6 is a rational number. I'm sorry. 6 is a rational number. Right? 6 is rational. A rational number is any number that can be expressed as A over B, where A and B are integers. So can 6 be written as A over B? Can it be? Is it a rational number? Yes. Is 6 an integer? Yes. Positive 6. It's positive is understood. Is 1 an integer? Yes. So when I say to you that 6 is a rational number, why is it a rational number? Listen carefully, and then I'm going to ask you to say it out loud. Okay, you ready? Are you listening? 6 is a rational number because it can be expressed as A over B, where A over B are both integers. Okay? Now say it along with me. Okay? 6 is a rational number because it can be expressed as A over B, where A and B are integers. Okay? You get it? Are you sure? So, if I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal of 6, what's the reciprocal of 6? Come on, guys, you can do this, man. Come on. What's the reciprocal of 6?
1.
No, 1 is not the reciprocal of 6. What do? Do you know what the word reciprocal means? You don't know what the word reciprocal means? Okay. Think of that sign. Write that down in your notebooks. What's another word for it? What's another word for the reciprocal of a number? What's another word for the reciprocal of a number? Yeah, you got to write this down. Multiplicative inverse. Multiplicative inverse. Okay? You get it? Okay. So what you do is you go like this. Multiplicative inverse, right? What's this? What's that? What's that? Is that an additive? Additive inverse. This is the additive inverse. Multiplicative inverse is the reciprocal. You just flip it. Yes? You've never heard of that word before? Reciprocal?
I heard it about it.
Look that word up. Somebody get your computer and look up the word reciprocal. Kobe, why don't you get it? You're easy. You're on the end there. Okay? All right, so we'll get a full report from Kobe in a moment. Okay, so when you divide, you're going to multiply by the reciprocal. What's the reciprocal of 6? 1/6, right? Which equals what? 4 times 1 is 4. And isn't there a 1 here? 6, which equals what?
2/3.
2/3 to reduce it, right? The lowest terms. Okay. Why am I going over that? Because those rules you learned, and obviously have forgotten some of them over the years. So those rules are the same. Now we're going to add negative and positive numbers. Okay. So I say that this is a -1. What's that going to equal? What's 1 times -1? -1. What's 4 times 4? 16. So what's the answer? I can say the answer is what? -1/16, or I can say what? I can say -1/16, right? Isn't the value -1/16 simply -1/16?
Yes.
Does it matter which one is negative? Not really. Yes? If I'm going to say that 7 times -4, what's that answer going to be? -24. Correct? Yes? If I'm going to say this is -6, what's that going to mean? When you take the reciprocal, you have to remember to what? What's the answer? Come on, guys, what do? I'm making that a -6, so what do I have to do? What do I have to do? Isn't the 6 negative?
Yes.
Is it negative down here? Well, what do you have to do? The answer is obvious. You're afraid to answer because I know why you're afraid to answer. You're 7th graders. 4, no, yes, no, you're going very fast. Yes, it's good. You're right. You're absolutely correct. But what do you have to simply do first? Put the negative sign there. That's all. Isn't that easy? Make sure your negative sign is there. Because what's going to happen? You're going to say +4/6. You're going to forget. It's called dropping the negative sign. It happens all the time. All the time. All the time. So then you say 4/6, which equals -2/3. Does it matter where the negative sign is? Not really. It's the value is -2/3. So if I was on my number line, I would say what? I would say this. 0, 1, -2, +1, +2. Where would I put -2/3, or 2/3, or -2/3? Any of these values, where would I put them on the number line? Where would I put it? Where's -2/3 on the number line? -2/3. Anybody? Tell me. Go on. You can do this. Are you afraid to answer because you're afraid to look silly or something? You sure? Do you know that when a student on a test or at the end of a marking period is like between a 5 and a 6 or 7 and an 8 on your grade, and I'm not sure what to put, I'm not sure, I don't know. You know how I make the decision? By participation. If I know you're working for it and you participate, there's no one in here that appears to me to be shy. You're all pretty much even. Okay? I don't see any weird shy people. I see weird not shy people, but I don't see weird shy people. I'm kidding. Okay, so can you please start participating and answering? Yes?
Between 2 or 3. No, -2 and -3.
Here?
No. Go.
I'll start here. Where do I go? Tell me where to go.
Left.
To the left.
To the left.
Tell me when to stop.
Go. Yes.
Here?
No, more. A bit more. Yes.
Right there?
Right there.
Right there?
Right Yeah, I think, yeah.
Well, we got some work to do.
Yes.
You think that's negative 2 over 3?
I don't think so.
Is negative, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. All right, think. You eat it, you get pizza. You've ever eaten pizza? Okay, now this pizza is really weird. Really weird. It's really weird. This pizza looks like this. This pizza looks, are you ready? This is weird pizza. And I've had pizza like this, like small individual pieces. Okay? What's that pizza separated into?
3.
3 pieces. And we're gonna shade them. We're gonna say that's piece number 1, that's piece number 2, and that's piece number 3. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's 3 pieces of pizza, right? Weird, I know. Usually it's how many slices? Anybody know?
6 slices.
8 to 12.
It's usually 8, but it could be more. Right? You're right. You're right. But growing up, pizzas were round, not square, first of all. Unless you're in Chicago. But pizzas always had 8. Whatever. It can be anything you want. So let me eat one of the pieces, okay? Okay. Now that piece is gone. Gone. Is there a whole pizza there?
No.
Is there less than a whole pizza? What fraction represents the remaining pizza relative to the original pizza? 2/3. Okay, good. 2/3. So is that number less than 1?
Yes.
Isn't it? Okay. So let's just say, I want to put that number on the number line.
Oh.
Just hold your question. I know what you're going to say. You just discovered something. I know. Isn't that weird? I love it. I love that noise. That is music to my ears. Okay, let me ask you a direct question. Let me ask you a direct question. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Where does 2/3 go on this number line?
Between 0
Yeah. I asked him.
Between 0 and -1.
No. Positive 2/3. Where does it go?
Oh.
There's no sign there. Is there a sign?
No.
There's no sign. So where does 2/3 go on this number line?
Between,
Start at 0 and tell me what to do.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Here, tell me when to stop.
Yeah. No, stop.
Here?
Yeah.
So you're saying about right here, right? So it's less than 1, right?
Yes.
So negative 2/3 would be where?
Between 0 and -1.
Tell me when to stop.
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 Very good. You get it?
Yeah.
So does it matter if it's negative 2 over 3,
No.
2 over negative 3, or negative 2/3? Does it really matter?
No.
It's going to be the same value, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, now. That's important. You got it? We're done. That is directed numbers. So we can write a rule, and the rule is right in your textbook. It's right in your textbook. If it's negative times negative equals what? Positive. Positive times positive equals what?
Positive.
Positive. Negative times positive
Negative.
equals negative. Positive times negative equals
Negative.
negative. You see that? This is for multiplication or division. Same thing. If I have divided by, divided by, divided by, divided by. Right? Yes or no? Yes, you got it? Are we good? Are we off? We're off.
We're all.